This is a Ceyomur CY65 wildlife trail camera, which is one of the more sophisticated trail cameras and has the benefit of both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for downloading images. This is the camera itself. It's very well made, feels good, strong, hefty and quite chunky. Has a camouflage finish to the front, a small hinge here and just a small opening panel at the base. It's secured by a very strong and durable clip, one that's easy to open in cold, wet, icy weather with cold, wet and frozen fingers, something which other manufacturers overlook on other cameras with very fiddly clips. And this opens out to reveal a clear viewing screen and some very simple controls. The batteries are stored in the base and are released via this little clip here, which you press and the batteries then pop out. Alkaline batteries are recommended, but I'm using rechargeable and these give perfectly good performance as well as being economical to use. So we'll pop that back in, clicks into place. And here you can also see there's a tripod socket, which means you can either use the camera with a conventional tripod or you can use it with this bracket that's supplied. Fix it onto a wall, a shed, a roof, a stump, anything. Fix the camera to the other end and you can adjust the angle as well. Alternatively, you can use these loops on the rear to fit this webbing strap, fastening it around a tree, or you can just stand it up on its own base and it doesn't wobble and is perfectly stable. So all is very good so far, and in addition to using the batteries there is also the facility to use a DC input. There's quite a tight plug over there, but that helps to keep it weatherproof. And on the subject of it being weatherproof, this has been out in frost, rain, fog, more rain, and has survived it all. So definitely weatherproof and ideal for use in the UK, including in a British winter. There's also a very useful instruction manual which takes you through everything step by step with easy to follow diagrams, but really the manual is probably not going to be needed because the menus are so intuitive and easy to follow. To set up and operate the camera, simply open the clip to open the base, insert an SD card into the slot on the side. It'll take up to 128 gigabytes and class 10 for good video. Pop it into setup mode and then press the mode button. You can scroll through the options by pressing the up and down keys, and as you can see there are a lot of options, although having said that you can simply leave it with the default settings and these are perfectly adequate for most recording scenarios. So we'll look at the mode. You can either use photo and video, just video, or just photos. Personally, I like to record both. The image size will go all the way up to 30 megapixels, but I find just 5 megapixels is perfectly adequate for most scenarios. You can even adjust the shutter speed, but I like it to be as fast as possible, so I leave it at 1/30th to avoid blur. Resolution for video all the way up to 1296 pixel. I'll leave it on just 1080 because that's what our monitor is. Video length, audio on or off. PIR sensitivity can be changed. I use high for small animals, low for large animals, but generally just leave it on medium, which is perfectly adequate. Can even use the camera for time lapse for recording, say, a flower opening and closing through the day, or watching the clouds, sunrise or sunset. And then we also come on to all these Wi-Fi and Bluetooth settings. These are not covered quite so clearly in the manual, which had me a bit foxed at the start, but then I realised you don't actually need to do anything with the camera because it's all done via the app, and all you need to do is have the camera just switched on. So we'll look now with Bluetooth switched on and I'll show you how it all works. Pair it with the phone using the Trail Camera Pro app. Turn on Bluetooth. Turn on Wi-Fi. There you can see the camera is now focused on my cuddly toy Highland cow, which means you can monitor the camera from a distance away. Just do it slightly from the side so you can see the image change. From the other side. And that is how well it works. Initially I had a bit of trouble setting up the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi because I was looking for complications and settings on the camera, but you don't actually need to set up anything, just make sure the camera is set to on and everything else is automatic. So it's actually very easy for monitoring both the camera footage and for downloading files and photos and video as well. You can also, using the app, record direct from the camera. So I'm now recording this as a file, but you have to imagine it in a genuine wildlife setting. This is purely for demonstration. Take still images. Stop the recording first. Then take still images, like so. And you can also operate the camera via Bluetooth, changing the settings, the resolution, the sensitivity, or pop it all back again to what it was before. But it just shows how easy it is to operate this camera. And I'm really impressed by just how well the app works. So now on the camera via the app I can view all the photos that I've taken using the camera. I've got pigeon, rabbit, rat, blackbird, my ankles, another rabbit. Quite a selection there, but this just shows how easy it is to use this app and how effective it is, because you can often buy technology and it just doesn't work, whereas this does, and there's the proof of it. Anyway, now I'll set up the camera, pop it outside and get some genuine wildlife.